Pavitlum Kaksham Subudai Taidma. Kuspenti Radam Kushblamha Kushan Ray Taidma Pudai Taidma Yundasab. Let us slow it down. Vashahani. Apabitla Pabitlam Kaksham Sabrahma Bintla Subudai Taidma Sip. Keshavaidma, Ragavaidma, Namonaraidma Vashans. Apabitla Pabitlam Kaksham Sabrahma Bintla Suchim. Kuspenti Radam Kushblamha Kushanto Janadanam Yatapojtamayarivam Paripurinam Tasmem. We stop in the middle, you come there. Go beyond the next side. Let's all stand, please. Bablu Shipurama Chanda ki jai, Mahapari Mahadeva ki jai, Sarva Devi Devta ki jai. Funeral gives us an opportunity to bring closure. Closure to that relationship that we have built over the short 18 years. Amidst all the grief and all the sadness and all, there is something called duty that we have to do. And today, we waited about 22 days to do this duty. Circumstances beyond our control. But now we have to send her back. 18 years ago, God created and sent her into our life. And today we ask God to receive the five elements that make up this body. As we send her back to her Creator, her Maker, the one who sent her into our life 18 years ago. And today we ask God to bless the soul, to guide the soul and protect the soul, and to receive this body, the five elements, as we send back today, O Lord. With love and devotion, with hope and faith and trust in you, O Lord, today, we ask God to give all of us here today the strength and the courage to carry out our duty today, to perform this ceremony, that this child could go back to her Maker. Normally when someone dies, the faster we send her back, the better, because then the soul merges with God faster. This soul lingered for 20-something days. And now it has to be free to go back to God. Let's do that today. Let's set her free with the love in our heart, knowing that 18 years of memories is not enough, but at least, you know, Hariom Sharan se koi mere prano me. That you came into my life, you turned my life upside down, and now you walk out of my life. And this is what she has done. And so today we pray, we ask God to give us the strength to send her back. At least we had 18 years with a soul as pure as Shalini, a soul that loved everyone, a soul that smiled with everyone. I mean, say if Uncle Dashin was here, she never passed him straight. She would push her head and hand out of the window and wave at him. And these are the sort of people that touch our life on a daily basis, that makes us smile amidst all the sadness and grief. That at least in our life we have met a genuine, pure soul, someone who came with pure love in this world. Hari Om Apabitla Pabitlo Vasalvo Snanangatoya Pivam Yasmurit Pundikaksham Sabrahmabhyantla Suchi Swastina Indlo Brihaswa Swastina Pusha Vishavira Swastitapai Sumatam Vishratamasi Vishwamasi Agni Devta Surya Devta Janma Devta Vatu Devta Idmam Ante Shikliya Pudevta Idma Om Vishnu 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 Om Tatsat Tatsat Jambe Dvipe Bharat Khande All Trinidad Desham Etislim Boyketurun Boyketo Mar, Las Lomas, number 1, Shibudei Tide Mark, Trinidad West Indies, Shibudei Tide Mam, Burus Crematorium, Shibudei Tide Ma, Ashmaste, Kunipia Chinchin, Nagari Shibudei Trinidad West Indies, Edi Shibudei Tide Ma, Ante Shiklia Pudei Tide Ma, Ashmastem, Dula Kabise Kaid Ma 2021, Badal Padma Side Ma, September, today is 8th, Today is Wednesday, Budvar. It is until she clear the funeral rites. It is Taidma, Shalini Ram. Take her name, everybody. Shalini Ram is Shaidma. Daishivasi name. Omira. Shibulate Tide Mam. Take your name now. Who want to take their name? Jajmanam is Shaid Mam. Anteshikliya Pudate Tide Ma. Pujaltam Brigletama Shmastem. Shambuna Taya Bhyo Namo Nama. Invocation. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. He Ram. He Ram. He Ram. Hame daya karo. Ya Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaram, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guru De Namam. Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva Bandhu cha Sikha Tvamevam Tvameva Vidyatlavinam Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Devam Ya Shantakaram Bhujakshainam Pamadabam Suresham Vishwadharam Gaganasadlisham Megavaranam Subhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanainam Yoga Brigyani Gamyam Vande Vishnu Bhavaiharanam Sarvaloke Ganatanamam Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Hari Om बोलिए गजानंद स्वामी की जय उमापति महादेव की जय सर्वदेवी देवता की जय 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 शिवताय मम पाहि मम पुण्यकाक्षम गीतामाश्मस्यम शंकर देवताय मम हरि ओम तत्सत श्री भागवतम परशुतम नर हरि नारायण मम केशवाय वैसे भाव थैंक्स कृष्ण देवताय मम पूजलतम गीतामाश्मस्यम left hand take this with the right hand over the body Apabitla pabitlo vasalvo snanangato yapiva yasmun kaksham sir. Sit down please everybody. Sorry. Shambuna tide magri japude tide mam. Tulsi dalamaiti steshi pude tide ma hari om tat sat. Aramuka gota pre tide ma. Tulsi dalamaiti steshi pude tide mam. Tulsi maile ride ma hari om tat sat shri bhagavatam 3 times. Tulsi dalamaiti steshi pude tide ma. Gange yamuna godav nalvasun kabri achmi pude tide mam. Tulsi Dalamai Tishteshi Pudai Tide Mahari Om Tat Sat Shri Bhagavatam Parashutam Nara Hari Narayad Mam Hari Om Chandakandanam Danam Pridetama Chandakandam Aramukha Gota Pretide Ma Tide Ma Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Chandakandevaid Mam Pujalam Detama Ashmasta Shambudai Tide Mam Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Bhagavatam Parashutam Nara Hari Narayad Ma Keshavaya Madhavaya Marasudnaid Mam Krishna Devtayad Ma Pujaldam Gita Mashmaste Shankara Devtayad Ma Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Bhagavatam Parashutam Nara Hari Narayad Ma Gandha Sugandhanam Prigleta, my Lord, protect the name and character, that she is no longer here to do that herself. Gandha Sugandhanam Prigleta Migikshmasham Devtayad Ma Hari Om Tat Sat Bhagavatam Parashutam Nara Hari Narayad Ma Keshavayam Madhavaya Marasudnaid Makletaid Ma Hari Om Tat Sat Bhagavatam Parashutam Nara Hari Narayad Ma Keshavaya Madhavaya Marasudnaid Ma Gandha Sugandhanam Prigletam Ashma Shambunataid Ma Holding both hands. Adamukha Gota Pretide Ma, take her name, take your name now, Jajmanam Shaid Mam, Puladhanam Pridetama Ashmastam, Teshikliya Pridetide Mam, Pujal Pridetama Ashmastam. Malik Dani Viprabhu Maltani Pushman Sudai Gikshma Shubdai Tide Mam, Pujalam Getam, take a name, and Teshikapure Taidma, Puldanam, Upatishtam. Beautiful. Swastiklaba Twambike Paimam Punikaksham, the body is made up of 5 elements. We give thanks and praises to Bhagwan for these 5 elements today. Ekam Pindadanam Prigetam Ashmaste Dalti Matam, Aramuka Gota Pretaidma, take a name, take your name now, and I say take name, both of you. Amishaidma, Pindadanam Prigetam Ashmaste Dalti Mataidma, Upatishtam, Pratigletam Ashmaste. Second one, Akash Dev Taidma. Om Aramuka Gota Pretaidma Sapindanam Gretam Ashmasta Pindadanam Pretam. Sleep it till Nam, take a name, take your name, Jasminam Shaidma, Dusla Pindadanam, Upatishtam Shure Tatwa Shanti Pure Taidmam, Dalti Mata Ganga Mata Vaidevta Akash Devta Sure Taidmam, Tadanam Pretam Ashmashamure Taidma Aramuka Gota Pretaidmam. Take a name, take your name now, Pindadanam Pretam, Titya Pindadanam, Vaidev Taidma Ashmaste, Aramuka Gota Pretaidmam. Sapindidanam Pragetam Akshamastem, Uday Taidma Hari Om Tatsat Tatva Shanti Puday Taidma Tatva, Dalti Mata Ganga Mata Vayudevta Akash Devta Suday Taidma, take your name, Uday Taidma Upatishtam, Pancham Pindadanam, Etishipuday Tara Mukha Gota Pre Taidma, Agnidev Taidma, Pujaram Getam Ashmastem, Shuday Taidma, Dma Taidma, Aramukha Gota Pre Taidma, take a name, Jasnami Shaidmam, Upatishtam. Panchak Shanti Pudei Tatatva Shanti Pudei Taidmam. Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Bhagavatam Palshotam. Narahari Naraidma Keshavaya. Madhavaya Madhasudan. Let us stand, everybody. You'll do out 3 times. You'll walk and wave. You go. Sita Ambeto. Come here. You stop, you do it 3 times by the head and you go 5 times, 5 elements of the body. Adamukha Gota Pretaidma Sapindanam Pretam Igikshmam. Shambhuna Taidma Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Bhagavatam Parashotam Narahari Naraidma Ashmasa Shvudai Taidmam Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare Bhakta Jano Ke Sankat Da Sajano Ke Sankat Chaname Dura Kare Hari Om Jai Jagadish Shahare Jo Jyawe Pal Pawe Dukha Bin Se Man Ka Swami Dukha Bin Se Man Ka Sukha Sampati Garayave Sukha Sampati Garayave Kashtamite Yatanaka Om Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare Bhakta Jano Ke Sankat Das Jano Ke Sankat Chaname Dura Kare Om Jai Jagadish Hare Mata Pita Tum Mere Sharan Gavo Kisaki Swami Sharan Gavo Kisaki Tuma Binayalda Naduja Tuma Binayalda Naduja Ashikaro Mai Kisaki Om Jai Jagadish. No, stop right here. 3 times alone. Om Jai Jagadish Hare. Stop at this side. Jai Jagadish Hare. Go more. Floor is open for arati. Anybody, there is no restriction except you must be barefoot and your head must be covered. Shure Taidma, put the flowers in the middle there. Put a chandan, same spot. Only forward 1 spot here. Yeah. Take the perfume, spray a little bit on the flowers. Yeah. Do the arati 3 times. Rest it back down, go back to your seat. Tum Puran Paramatma Tumayantara Yami Swami Tumayantara Yami Para Brahma Parameshwar. Come here, hold what you on. Para Brahma Parameshwara Tuma Sabake Swami. Om Jai Jagadish Hare. Jai Jagadish Hare स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे, भक्त जनों के संकट व्यसरंग, दास जनों के संग बाकंसरंग, क्षण में नेक्स्ट दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ये कब नामन तुम करुणा के सागर, तुम पालन करता स्वामी, तुम पालन करता। दीन दयाल कृपालु, दीन दयाल कृपालु, कृपा करो य भरता। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे। स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे, भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट, पूरी फ्लावर्स, क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। दीन बंद दुख हरता, तुम रक्षक मेरे, स्वामी तुम रक्षक मेरे। अपने हाथ उठाओ, अपने हाथ उठाओ, द्वार पर आए तेरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे। स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे, भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट, क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे। स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे, भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट, क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। विषय विकार मिटाओ, पाप हरो देवा, स्वामी पाप हरो देवा। श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ, श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ, संतन के सेवा विकासी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे। स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे, भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट, क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे। स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे, भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट, क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे। श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। जब चार तरफ अंधियारा वो, आशा का दूर किनारा वो। जब चार तरफ अंधियारा वो, आशा का दूर किनारा वो। और कोई न केवन हारा वो, फिर तू भी तेरा पार करो। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे। श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। Jai 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 Krishna Hare. Om Tera darshan ke main taraf raha, Tera naam ki mala japat rahu. Tera darshan ke main taraf raha, Tera naam ki mala japat rahu. भव सागर से मेरे नैया, भव सागर से मेरे नैया, चन में जय की नार हो बाबा, चन में जय की नार हो. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे. ओ दुखियों को दुख दूर करे ये जय 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 कृष्ण. तेरा दर्शन के मैं तरफ रहा, तेरा नाम की माला जपत रहूं. तेरा दर्शन के मैं तरफ रहा, तेरा नाम की माला जपत रहूं. भव सागर से मेरे नैया, भव सागर से मेरे नैया, चन में जय किनार हो बाबा, चन में जय किनार हो. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे. दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. As I said in our opening statement, funeral brings closure. It allows us to bring closure. We know she has died and she is taken care of. We send her back to her maker. Shalini born on the 26th of March 2003, just yesterday. 16th of August 2021, funeral service on the 8th. By her loved ones, her family. As I said in my opening statement, amongst all the grief and all the sadness, let us take courage and perform the duty that will send her back to God, her maker, her sustainer. And when this happened, a lot of us was angry with God. Don't lie to me. We were angry. Well, we were angry, maybe not with God. Why this happened? Why Bert? She was such a loving child. She was such, all the reasons you could think of. As I look back at it, this will teach us a lesson, and I hope we learn it. That nothing is forever. And don't take your loved ones for granted. Sometimes we quarrel and get vexed with each other. And we let the ego and the pride keep us from building back that relationship. Just to say I'm sorry, or to forgive the person when they tell us they're sorry. We allow that ego. Let the pain that we feel today, or for the past few days since Bert has left, teach us the lesson of what each and every one of you means to each other. And don't allow petty little shit to come. You're going to edit that, right? You're going to edit that, right? Come between us, because we allow it. We see it in so many families where parents and children and brothers and sisters not talking to each other for little things. Bert has taught us many lessons, and if you all will, we didn't see it when she was alive. But now that Bert has left us and died, we saw what a true and pure human being is in this world. always there. You know, one day I looked at her and I said, you know, she's like a little puppy, you know. You buff the dog, you kick the dog, you run the dog, and next 2 minutes you call the dog, come wagging the tail and he come back. Bert was like that, bear no one in mind for what they did. Never did. Today we pay goodbye, we say goodbye. How do we do that? How do we say goodbye to such a loving soul? With trust and faith in God, that knowing, Allah we don't hide it, Allah we don't lie, Bert was not well. All through her life, Bert, in and out of the doctor office, in and out of the hospital, the pain and the suffering she faced. And now that she's in a better place, we will say with God, where God who sent her into our life has called her back home. Our prayer, our love and devotion to God is that God will keep her and bless her and guide her and protect her. In the short 18 years of life that Bert lived, you know, when you read scriptures and you have a little knowledge of it, you can very faithfully and lovingly trust in God that Bert is not going to come back. That Bert is not going to come back. The innocence and the love that she exhibited in her lifetime in the short 18 years, we can fairly be satisfied in our heart to know that she is with God and she will stay with God. When we leave here, I'll not talk too much of that and go into the emotional parts of it and so forth, because we had enough of that for 20-something days. When we leave here, we will take a little journey down memory lane, and then we will go to Belgroves in Tagoriqua. There we will take the coffin out of the hearse. We will place it on the ground and we will do the Tattva Shanti, bringing peace to the 5 elements of the body. This is why we stop, do the Tattva, and then we pick up and we move again, and then we put down and we pick up and we move, and we put down and we pick up and we move. 5 times, pain, reverence, and pain salutation to each element that makes up the body. This will bring us in front of the chitta. Well, the chitta is what we build on the cremation site. So in the crematorium, we call it chitta too. There, we will perform the final havan. And in performing the final havan, there, we will bid Bert goodbye, because as all scriptures tells us, dust to dust, ashes to ashes. We will do our final arati and havan and prayer, and then we will light the camphor on the coffin. Normally we light it by the mouth, but because of restrictions and good restrictions, we will light the camphor on it, and then they will begin the cremation period at Belgrove. We will await from them the ashes. And normally they just want to take 3-4 days and so forth. But if we talk to them, and I think the grandfather did, the Nana did, and we should have it by Friday morning, which is very good. We will offer the ashes into the water. Let me not go so far. When we leave here and we go to, and we come back from Belgrove, those who are going home, permit yourself in your own way. Those who are coming back to the home, you will meet the ingredients to Pabitla. You will touch the hardi, touch the gobal, touch the doob, touch the firewood and the iron, the 5 elements, and you'll purify yourself with the Gayatri mantra, sprinkle the water over you. If you are going home, sprinkle the water over you, and so forth. Let me tell you something, lighting a cigarette and smoking doesn't purify you. It makes you liable to get cancer. Don't think a cigarette does do that. Okay? Purify yourself with prayer and water and then go home. Dispose of the clothes one time for washing, take a bath and change into clean clothes again and relax yourself. We will plant the coos grass, not the top, and plant the coos grass. We will try and build a tripod over it, and we will hang the bottle, the jalita, with the black till and the water and the white rice, so with a little hole underneath, so she has Tilanjali right through. Varuna and Nalini will offer Tilanjali, they will light the diya, and we'll pray that, O Bhagwan, may this body become ashes. We will fast, we will abstain, we will pray, and we'll ask Bhagwan to make us pure, so that on the 10th day, today is Wednesday, Wednesday to Wednesday is 8, Thursday, Friday, we go to the banks of the river in Felicity, and we sit there with the Mahapat, and we perform the Dasgat. I have gone too far. We collect the ashes from Belgrove on Friday morning as they have promised. And we will take it, and we can go to the Karini River, same brown water, or we could go by the little river, by Onkaramade, and all of we could go. So not two people could go, but everybody could walk down and stand up on the bridge and offer the ashes, she go be last lamas. Or we could go behind the temple in the sea and offer it into the ocean. Once the ashes touches water, resurrection takes place. Once the soul rises, it goes home. So Kamala, the dream that she's saying, I want to go home. On Friday, she will leave to go home. Once the ashes touches the water, resurrection takes place. And when the soul rises, normally the soul rises, devotees, on the 3rd day in burial. In cremation, long ago we left the body to cremate for 3 days, then we collect it on the 3rd day. If a crematorium tell you come 3-4 days for ashes, you question if it's one body they're burning. Because a body take about 4 to 6 hours to burn. At the height of temperature, they just cremate a body. So if they tell you 3-4 days to come for ashes, then something wrong. Are you getting your ashes alone? Or are you getting everybody's ashes mixed up and you might even get yours too? The ashes is offered into the water, and once it touches the water, resurrection takes place, the soul rises. And when the soul rises, devotees, there's only one place it wants to go. It will visit home. And then we will do the Dudh Muhi. We'll offer the Dudh Muhi, the Eulogy tree. But I don't know how Varun will eat that because he's so fussy. He might have fry it. Eulogy tree with water and milk, a diya, 2 agarbatti, and we offer it by the kush grass. We'll do that Friday evening, early, before you come temple to play drum for me. So we will do that on Friday evening, and we will give that offering to the Lord on behalf of the soul. Everything we want to give Shalini now has to go to God. When she was alive, we give it to her. Now it's through Krishna Alpan, to the Lord. We will offer. Jyoti Bindu. Oh, okay, go ahead. Alright. Come now, you can sing the song. Come sing it for me. Jyoti Bindu Paramatma se open it and read it. Hai mere Atma ab chal kar le milanam. O ab chal kar le milanam. Ab chal kar le milan. Jyoti Bindu Paramatma he made him. ऐ मेरे आत्मा से, ओ आत्मा, ओ सोल, ओ शालिनी, Come now and meet your Lord. Hey Paramatma, O June, the light of the soul, the light of the body, the Jivatma. परमानंद का अनुभव कर तू, परमानंद का अनुभव कर तू, धन्य बना जीवन में ज्योति बिंदु। परमात्मा से ऐ मेरे आत्मा, अब चल कर ले मिलन। ओ अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन। प्रभु की प्राप्ति का मूल मंत्र है संपूर्ण फल। हे आत्मचल प्रभु, come and sing this song again. You go, me, come. Sing it for Bert, come. Oh, you go be alright. प्रभु की प्राप्ति के मूल मंत्र है। का मूल मंत्र है ये संपूर्ण समर्पण। हे आत्मचल प्रभु को सौंप दे, तू सारा जीवन। ठीक प्रभु निकट विराजत, देख प्रभु तेरे निकट विराजे। ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से, ऐ मेरे आत्मा अब चल कर ले मिलन। ओ अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन। योगा मिक्स अप दे। प्रेम सिंधु में परम पिता का प्रेम पत्र बन कर तू शुभ वर पाले। ओ किरण किरण को निरख नयन से किए, किरण किरण को निरख नयन से हो जा मन में मगन। ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से, है मेरे आत्मा अब चल कर ले मिलन। है अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन। We'll perform the Dudmohi. And the Lord, being pleased with the love and the devotion, she will begin her journey. And each day from tomorrow morning, Varunan, Nalini will perform the Pindadan, offering of the Pinda, Talpandan, offering of the Talpan, the water with the black till and the white rice, and Deepadan, the light, offering of the light. And we will pray for that soul. They will fast, eating the right type of food, sattvic type of food. And in 10 days, if you maintain the fast and you eat the right type of food, you can see a big toe again. So, we maintain the fast. But it's not just abstaining from food. and drinks and cigarettes and so forth. Is a thought in the mind too. Let's harbor good thoughts and divine thoughts as she journeys. You know, the song says, Itunat karna swami jab pranitan se nikale, Govinda nama lekar. I'm on my journey to God. Chant me the name of Govinda, that I do not become misguided or lost on the way to that divine Lord and Master. Chant me the name of God. Sing me the praises of God as we pray. So we'll be doing that and chanting and praying. We'll employ the services of the Mahapat. So each day they will offer this until we'll do the Dudh Mohi. On the 10th morning, we will offer the final Pinda. And we will offer the Talpan and light the Diya. We'll uproot the grass that we planted. Remove all the old Pinda and the Diya and so forth and clean the place. And we will take that with us, and on our way, we will drop it into the river by Uncle Rama there. Or you could carry it Felicity. I prefer drop it in Las Lomas. Then we go to Felicity, we meet the Mahapat, and we perform the Dasgat. This Dasgat is to break the bond between the body and the soul. That all the nice talk we talk and so forth, if there was any wrongs that she committed or shortcomings or imperfections along the pathway in the short 18 years, may God forgive and may God bless, and we pray that God will guide and God will save. And so we will perform that ceremony that breaks the bond between the body and the soul, and it frees the soul. It liberates the soul. And God promised us that judgment will take within, and the magic word there is within 1 year. It could happen immediately, but it could take a little while. That is up to God, she and Bhagwan. As she journeys to go to God, devotees, we will pray. The 11th day, we will offer the Pinda. On the 12th day, the Sunday, we do the Gita Path Bandara, and that is not done for convenience because it's a holiday, no. It's done because of the innocence, and 12 days devotees is recommended in the Girl Puran for everybody. So some people might say, why are you doing 12 days? Why didn't 15 days? Them is not Maharaj, them is not this and that. Well, don't mind your business. So we'll do it 12 days for the divine soul. This ceremony on the 12th day, the Gita Path Bandara, is to break the bond, devotees, is to for reincarnation. When we go to the Bangsur River, we free the soul. Jyoti Bindu, it's free now. And if it has to come back into this world, devotees, bless her with a perfect human body, and my Lord, oh God, give her a longer life. Not to be blind or dumb or deaf or crippled or autistic or anyway, but may the blessings of God be upon wherever she go. And for that to happen, devotees, somebody has start making some children. So, we point to Kamala over them. I see Priya raise she hands, so maybe Priya. So we can have, so open the way for reincarnation and the coming back. I left this part for the last. We have the eulogy by Meera. You get strong? Take your time. I'm talking to Mike.
Good day all. A warm welcome to each and every one of you gathered here today, and also to all those viewing online. For those who don't know me, my name is Vera, and I'm one of Shalini's aunties.
Which one?
Number 6. We are gathered here today to celebrate the life of our beloved Shalini Ramnarine, fondly called Birdie, or as her father used to call her Lovely. Birdie was born on Wednesday, 26 March 2003 at 2:17 p.m. to parents Bert and Shalini Ramnarine. That day brought so much joy to everyone as many titles were established. Birdie was a lucky child, as she was fortunate enough to see her great-great-grandmother on her father's side. She was also the first great-grand and granddaughter on both sides. She was loved, she was spoiled, she was a gem. Birdie was our first love and made us all aunties and uncles. 2 years later, she became a big sister to her best friend Nalini. In 2006, at 3 years old, Brady started school at the Las Lomas Early Childhood Center, where she spent 2 years and was then promoted to Las Lomas Government Primary School. She spent 7 years there and wrote SEA exams in 2015, passing for Brazil Secondary School. There, she spent 5 years making many friends and forming many bonds and friendships with students and teachers, where she was loved endlessly by all. Birdie will be remembered by her teachers and colleagues as a helpful child who was always willing to assist or lend a helping hand without being asked or told to. She was a ride or die. After graduating Brazil Secondary, Birdie always liked to beautify herself and wanted to pursue a career in beauty culture. She was a dresser. She liked to dress up and look at herself in the mirror. Every time Birdie had to go out, we got a very old-fashioned show. She had to pull down all the clothes from the dresser and try on multiple outfits and see which one was looking the best. Just look at her beauty at its best. Birdie was her mother's right hand and co-pilot. Wherever you saw Shamala, Birdie was there, whether it be at the hospital clinic, grocery, mall, or even at her bedside. Big as Birdie was, at night time, Birdie never went to bed without her mother. If we were lying across by Mommy, book it. At 8 in the night, Birdie was coming. Come Mama, I'm ready to sleep. And Shama must leave to go to bed with her. She used to tuck her mother in and put on socks for her, and then she would go to bed herself. She was a sweetheart, a darling, an angel now looking down on us. Her father was her back scratcher and foot masseuse, and when he refused, she used to say, your back ain't gonna scratch or your foot ain't gonna hurt, don't worry. She had a little spice in her mouth, but they shared a love like no other. From small, like any other siblings, Nalini and Shalini had their rivalry for clothes, food, snacks, and who was the favorite amongst other things. As they grew older, their bonds became stronger and inseparable. The past couple months was the most memorable one as they spent most time together playing Ludo, making TikTok videos, and simply hanging out and spending quality time. Shalini had a special love for her both grandparents on both sides. Every time her nana shouted Bird, she replied, oh doggy. That's the relationship they shared. Every morning when Nana went to the garden to walk her, one thing he was sure to get was a bristly cold bottle of water from Birdie before even being asked. Whenever her dog asked her to bring something, she would jokingly ask him to do so. All jokes aside, Birdie was her grandparents' personal nurse and caretaker. Birdie loved her mama fried plantain and scratchback. Every time Bird went to the shower, she would always call out to Mama and ask if she had time. Mama would reply, yes Bird, what do you want? She would answer, come soak my back for me please. Mama was like her best friend. She knew everything that was happening in her life, especially during her school days. Talk about a bird, she was an early bird. Always first to wake up in the morning and visited everyone's room to see who's awake. Oh Birdie, your aunties miss seeing you sprawling off on the couch with your big cup of Milo tea and pack of crisps, hearing your signature sound with a big enamel spoon knocking on your teeth. We will also miss seeing you passing with your plate of hot fries in front of us. And you know we had to sample it to make sure it had enough salt. One thing for sure, whenever her aunties visited and sat down to eat, Birdie will always be sure to ask, Auntie, you would like something to drink? She was like a mother to all her cousins, always looking after their interests, and they loved her back in return. Every time Baba visited, she would be the first one to run outside vibrantly greeting him, see there I am, Baba. Birdie was well known and loved by everyone she came into contact with. Her affectionate smile and bubbling personality contributed to her being a favorite by all. We were fortunate enough to enjoy her presence for 18 years on this earth. Heaven has now gained an angel for eternity, and I'm sure she'll be a favorite there too. The memories she left with us will be embedded in our hearts forever. We must now live through them and use them to help us get through our daily lives. Birdie, in life we loved you dearly, in death we love you still. In our hearts you hold a place that no one else can replace. Go on, our precious gem, until we meet again in our heavenly home. Rest in peace, Birdie, our love forever.
clearly you have left a void no one can fill. There are not many in this world like you, and today the earth mourns the loss of an angel. Even in death you are still loved, and forever will be. You have touched the hearts of so many who owe you a lifetime of gratitude. As tears flows from our eyes, with hearts heavy with the weight of losing you, we will also celebrate your life because you have taught us the true meaning of living. Nothing breaks our hearts more than having a world that no longer has you in it. We are never ready to say goodbye forever, even though we know it is part of life. We are not saying goodbye forever, but goodbye for now. I pray you find peace and rest wherever you are. It was an honor to have shared this life with you. Rest in peace, you will be truly missed and forever remembered.
Valeu. Well, I was saying. We have some flowers. I'd like you all to come and put. Everybody come, put the flowers, we are the roses. Rest it on the foil so we can take it up and take it with us and put it into the water. And while we do that, we'll sing one or two songs. ओ एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, जग चला जाता है सारा, इसका कौन ठिकाना है। Cover the head. एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, खूब मौज कर देख तमाशा, खूब मौज कर देख तमाशा, केलन का वो के One song that you like. Okay, yeah. करने हैं सो कर ले ये वंदे. Go ahead. Take this off. Bert, come stand there. Shalini, Nalini, come with him. Let's close. Over your head. Let's all pray, everybody. We have a long evening ahead of us. Please prepare yourself. Let's thank God for the blessings as we pray today. Shiva Hare Shiva Rama Sakhe Prabhu Klibidita Panivaranaye Vibhu Ajaneshwarayarvapa Imam Shiva Hare Vijayam Kurume Varam Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva Bandhu cha Saka Tvameva Vidyatla Vinam Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Devam Mantrahinam Kliyahinam Bhaktahinam Janadanam Yata Pujita Maya Devam Paripuranam Tadastamem Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Hari Om Iqbal Kushmagwana Ki Jai. Sit down there. Let's prepare to leave, everybody. Nalini, when we put the when we put in the hearse, wait for me.